enormous men punching each other. That's sort of what it's about in the end. Maybe this is fine. Maybe it's just a problem with a preview feature. Let's see what happens when I nope, this is definitely wrong. Let me just Google Twitch output set to dimensions of content. Now this is a promising title. Help, my stream is too wide and nothing I change does anything. Maybe check if your scene is also...
I thought you were saying you're going to title the stream that.
Oh, no, that would be pretty solid. What do you mean check if this scene is... There's nothing in the scene. Filters. We could just play wide lock. I mean, you won't be able to see the daily puzzles down here. But if we continue, then like we can go to factory. We can go to factory. You know. We can go to. We could even go to the next one. But we're real gamers. And we would never quit before we got 512. Do you need a refresher on the Book of Rules?
I think I remember how this works.
Okay. These little glyphs will help you remember what the rules do. Like this one where there's a guy, that's a rule. In case you were wondering.
Thank you.
You might put an L there. And then like a B there to B. You know?
Wait, if you put the L there, how do you move on from there?
Once you kill the L, then the next B will be able to be the B.
What are you talking about? There's only one E though.
There are a bunch of E's all around. At this point, I'll just show you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Do we? Like implicit in my plan is the idea that we can get more B's sorted out.
Oh. I thought they're gonna want that place for an A for a top. But...
Yeah, probably. You know?
Let's just be every B.
Of course. All part of my plan. Anyway, I'm gonna try to fix this stream situation. Oh, okay. No, I get it. Maybe I don't get it.
Looks fixed to me.
Well,
Or at least
it's sort of fixed.
at least I can see the whole thing now, but I guess it might see
Yeah.
widescreen.
Yeah, it's putting my resolution into the widescreen resolution now, which is curious. The world may never know. The world may never know.
Yeah, this is kind of mysterious to me. This puzzle, because it seems like we could only set up one B at a time. Which just, isn't a winning strategy.
No. Well, maybe that means our actions are more constrained than I thought, which is good. Good if true.
This is where we learn that P is a word in this game.
Yeah, but only with 2 E's, naturally.
Oh.
No, it's Petey. It's I mean, we have no choice but to start with a B, don't we?
Yeah. And what if we?
Yeah.
No, we could taw next, but tawing the lengths wouldn't really do anything.
Yeah. I was also thinking about that. Wow. Whoa.
I have an idea.
Yeah. Okay.
So put an X in front of the OK, and then do a B on the bottom row to the E. Because that's the only way we can really use before we do the lock, and we can still do the lock above.
I was thinking about X here, but then, when we get this B, what do we do? Do we put an L here and then?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't figured it out that far.
Yeah. Maybe we can taw.
Ooh, yeah. Actually, if you do that L above, and then you block out the P, then you can get another B going over that line.
Oh yeah, I guess that would be true. Boom. So then, this could be another X. And then out of that we can make 2 taws, and then we're golden.
Oh yeah.
The perfect level. Easier to solve than OBS stream configuration.
That was fun.
Yeah. What the heck is going on here?
It's a level.
Yeah, this is the overworld level. Usually these are pretty easy. I guess this one isn't that hard either. You just...
I mean, there's only one thing you could do.
Well, there's only one thing you could do to win the level. You know? Anyway. We are now in Wi-Fi world. There's a
Hooray.
train. Curious. Oh, you can click on these guys. And they make a little noise. They make what we in the business call a funny little noise. Okay. There is a rule that wasn't obvious before. Look at the hint if needed.
Don't look at the hint. Don't look at the hint.
No, I don't think we look at that hint. I mean, okay. You can just slack really easy. Maybe the surprising part is like, no, you can't go backwards.
The idea is supposed to be that, like, oh, maybe we didn't know that you can do a bunch of X's in a row.
I think we had to use that one before, so that can't be it. But then, okay, so this is like the thing it's leading you to do, but then you can't use the used colors again. Yes?
That was me realizing why the puzzle is difficult to solve, not me realizing anything. I was being dumb and forgetting to X's wouldn't get rid of each other. Get rid of themselves.
Yeah, I mean, we can try that. You can't even select the X's. Alright, what else we got going on? LOL. No. That was obvious that you could go backwards, and it doesn't help us. Man, by the way, I love it when there's a rule that wasn't obvious before. So long as, when I find it, it's satisfying. If I find it... Yeah? Oh, yeah.
I don't think this is going to work, but try going, like, LOX, and then down, and then left into empty space, and then down to the K.
LOX... Well, good thought.
No, I'm saying go off the grid.
Yeah, I just did that.
After the X. Go from the X off the grid. No, start from the other L. Okay.
I'm trying every permutation just in case. Just in case. What if you can wrap around? No. That's just a coincidence. That doesn't do anything.
There's gotta be some way to get a ta or a lock, right? There's gotta be.
Yeah. I feel it. I guess if we can, like, guess the solution to the puzzle, we can figure out what you must be able to do to solve the puzzle. And I think
I have an idea.
Yeah. Well.
Can you start at the L on top and go straight down through empty space to the K?
You know, the funny part is I did that, like, on my own, as you were stuck in the past. So we did it again.
We both figured it out.
Yeah, and I just did it out of instinct. I was like, well, first you would need a lock, and then you would need to taw. So let's see what happens.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Makes me wonder what
Right
puzzle solutions we've missed out on from not knowing that one. Like, we could have been getting KV the whole time. I kind of find it like unlikely that I never did that by accident. So either that's some crazy stuff is going on, or they like never set it up in a way where it would probably happen. You know?
I mean, it sort of seems like based on the fact that you could discover like Taw earlier on.
Yeah.
That I feel like they would just keep it working the same way throughout the whole game rather than like enabling that feature.
That would be the honest way to do it. Obviously. How do I? No, I don't want to. I want to scroll through all the levels. Well, at least now you can totally KK here. They were just like, we got you, bro. We drew some squares, and you didn't even think outside of the squares. Okay, aside from level 2 immediately letting you KK, it looks like they are not setting up concave shapes for like the rest of the puzzles, except this, where you can all to your heart's content. Oh, you can 4 O's. Alright, well, enough of this. I have to assume that it just didn't come up very much. Because, you know, what puzzler with a sense of honor would make a puzzle where the rules wouldn't work? Especially when he made it on paper, so it's really up to you to determine whether or not the rules work, is my understanding.
That's the thing about the paper is, like, if he doesn't tell you about the rule, you can't just, like, find out.
Yeah, he has to really suggest to you. Presumably. Again, never played the game. Sounds cool, though. Yeah, I think this one was easy. It's barely even, like, it's just a funny little thing you can do when you can go over gaps like that.
Just reinforcing the concept.
Okay, I fell for the trap, but you really need to taw. And then you B so you can lock, probably. Oh, wait, I forgot about the whole, yeah.
How are you gonna lock them? It's crazy.
I don't know. Go all the way around? Nope.
Wait.
Not real.
But you could go down and jump the gap with the X's, right?
There we go. Yeah. This is sort of interesting to think about. Me when I play a puzzle game. Because it's like, you know, in a way, this is not so different from just having the things in a grid, but like it has different adjacency now. So it is rather different.
It's like having two separate squares.
Yeah.
But they're interleaved for some reason.
Yeah. I guess that thing you've just said makes solving this puzzle much easier. Because we have like a free B and a free TA. And we can also beat, no, we can't. And then we have like what, like a lock here. Could be a lock here. Potential lock here. I don't know, I feel like maybe we don't even use the TA.
Don't you have to use the TA?
No.
You're not gonna get two locks.
No.
Oh wait, no, if you get two, then yeah. No.
No, I think you need to use the TA. Like we are gonna get two locks, but then we still have the X's. Cool. Cock.
Oh, you know what you could do is use the first lock on 1x.
I guess like the middle X is what we're gonna have to do. Right? It just wouldn't make sense otherwise. And the TA only gets to take care of a measly X. This one is gonna spell out Tulsa somehow, I'm sure. The Oklahoman city. Koala slut. Suit. Okay. Sla. Ook. Cool. Ook. Ot. Ka. I haven't even been. Yeah.
Well, I see a tlack.
This is true. I mean, here's like an L and an O and a K.
If you get rid of the SU, you get a top. I don't know if that's quite what we want.
Yeah, I think. What else? What else do we have going for us?
You could do the UK and get the lock, and then get the S.
Oh, good one. Ta to the X. All right. Yeah. Olea. Ka. Elo. Right. Bob.
Or is it mole?
Coca. Mole. That's a real thing. Or mole. Oh, wait. Oh. This guy is blocking our progress across the axis. Across these funny little X's. But we can B. We can make it an X. If we feel like. Maybe we were supposed to make it something else. But that one might work. Yeah, we were probably supposed to make that an O actually, so that we can get this lock. And then what? Well, there's another lock waiting for us.
Yeah.
And there's a TA. So I think the locks just get rid of those garbage letters that nobody likes.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Oh. Yeah, you can't really turn there, can you?
No.
The awkward moment when there's like a one-way street where you're trying to turn the other way.
Yeah. Oh.
You could make the middle an X and then do a lock with the top L.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. So, you know, I should never doubt myself again, is what we've learned here.
First instinct is always correct.
Yes.
Or perhaps wrong. Who knows?
What help is that, John?
No help, whatever.
You come to me in my house, you tell me that my instincts might be wrong. Hold on. Okay. Wait.
Ooh, look at that. Oh yeah.
I'm just thinking, like, you know, I don't know how much more of this I can take. Just in terms of the puzzle game. I'm fighting for my life out here. Anyway.
But you still need 3 more keys.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is like, is that the end of the game? If that's the end of the game, then I'm not worried. I'm like, oh no, I can persevere. I have enough brain juice left to lock my way to 8. But if that's like, you've unlocked World 2, I'd be like, ooh, you're giving me the letter Q now? I don't know, man. By the way, what I'm saying is purely emotional and does not impact how I will play the game. I will grab a chocolate, though. So, I'll be back.
I should have chocolate, but I don't.
Okay, I'm back. How's it going?
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Same. I have not solved the puzzle because I wasn't really trying.
Ah, you've let me down, John. Unless you were distracted by something more important, in which case, I'm glad. And the bar is very low. This is literally a leisure activity.
Yeah, I mean, I was just sort of finishing off the last scraps of food in my bowl. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the real puzzle. I mean, there's a B here. There's almost like a lock.
And there pretty much is a lock.
How would you line up the lock?
You just use the X's and get rid of the other B.
Oh, yeah, if you get rid of the other B, sure.
Because you can use the first B to put an E next to it, and then you can do a B. But then the question is, how do you put the TA at the end? That's the real question.
Well, there's already another E here. So...
Yeah.
That... Yeah?
Sorry. I thought I figured something out, but I don't think I did.
No. Falkland Islands. Florida. Captain Falcon. Alright, I mean, let's see if we learn a little something. This also possibly will just win us the game. I don't know if it was a good idea to put... Nope. Terrible idea, actually. Because, like, if we could lock the F, then we could take the B to the E.
By putting an X there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see a way to do a lock without doing something more fancy.
Yeah.
Some sort of fancy business. Oh wait. Oh yes, you can.
What?
Use the second B and go up, and then go left across the gap.
Ah, yes.
Wow, we have to imagine that we have to use the mechanic we just learned.
I would thought we were going to use it in a different part of the puzzle.
Yeah, me too.
So then, what do we do here? I think probably we put the T here. Wait, hold on.
Go to B.
Okay, okay, yeah. And then we lock.
See, when you said here, I did not know what you were saying.
I guess I was...
Oh wait, oh yeah,
wrong?
Okay, you can't lock.
Like we need...
Oh, no, you can taw that way. But you need the X.
Yeah. But
you
we don't...
the X first and then B the T.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Next world unlocked. If you were a coward, you could follow this fingered spaceship to the next worlds. But we will be stuck here in the lock mines. Locking in.
Does look good.
Sorry?
Yeah, once you're locked in, you can't just jump off to the next world.
That's true. Imagine how embarrassed we would be if we didn't get, you know, the key to the kingdom or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just doing stuff at random.
We do have a B we can do at the beginning if we want.
Which I think we're gonna need. Because there's one lock, and then there's another lock.
Ooh, we could do a tlack if we do a top left X. After we do the B.
Top left X?
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
So we do the B, and put an X on the top left, and we lock the island, and then we tlack the blanks, and then we taw the X's. So you have to do the lock after they do the B.
Very nice. Okay. Alk. This is talk. It's also lalk or whatever. It's also ta. You know what? We'll just taw the X's. Get them out of there. This game is now lack. This is a new game. Now we'll now we'll taw all the K's. I'm a maniac. It can't be stopped. Yeah.
Stopping himself.
What?
You said I can't be stopped, but then you were stopped.
I was reversed. I couldn't be stopped, but it's entirely possible for me to have my actions undone. This is so crazy to me. Like I have lock mixed to literally 1 unit in the volume mixer. But I guess that must be a proportional unit because it's still pretty loud in my ears. And yet also not showing up in the desktop audio at all. Whatever. Who cares?
Computers, am I right?
Yeah, technology.
I feel like maybe we were supposed to do a tlack on the top left corner. Or maybe it's a trap, I don't know.
Hold on. I was gonna try to adjust the audio section, audio settings, because basically to boost your audio, but only in the recording. Because now I feel like it's too loud. Due to what I've done, it's too loud for me. But like it's always too quiet in the recording. Which is, I mean, I have set my own audio to much quieter now, so at least will be the same audio level. Anyway, we're tlacking. But for what? So here's what I'm thinking. We taw here, and then we can taw again immediately if we get rid of this K. So like, you know, get rid of the L's, get rid of the X's. Now we just ack, and then we win. We just make up the word ack.
It's a genius.
Yeah. We might have to tlack multiple times.
I think so. That's the vibe I'm getting.
So this
I've solved the puzzle.
Oh, well, very good. Oh. I'm getting whiplash.
Sorry.
Tell me.
I forgot about a T, and then I was like, oh, now we're good.
We have an extra T. Yeah.
Okay, so you tlack vertically the L and K.
Okay.
And then you do another tlack and tlack the AL that was next to the K. And you taw the X's.
Well, very good, John. Very good. Wow, this is so neatly laid out. It must be a trap. Instead, we need to lals.
Yes. XLTE. I don't think my phone gets XLT.
Well, of course I can't get XLTE. You can't start with an X, John. That's not how the game works. Anyway, I wonder, like, we could tlack, and then we could even taw. Oh wait, no. Before we taw, we can be.
Yeah, we could do that. Well, actually, we could do 2 tlacks.
Oh yeah. Will that help us?
Yeah, I don't know if we really want to do 2 tlacks, but we could. Probably better to do a taw at some point.
I mean, that feels like it's not going to be good. Because what? We like B to X, and then we tlack, and we just get 2 of the X's. Something like that. I mean, this whole time, we could have done that. I don't know, I feel like killing that and saving up our taw for the end is pretty solid.
So we've got 2 blank spaces, but only 1 B, so one of them is just going to have to get killed. And we can't kill the thing in the middle with a tlack, so we need to use a taw or a lock.
Yeah. And this, like, feels right, but you can't turn on that.
Yeah. I feel like we probably just have to put it next to the middle and then taw it somehow.
Here's my brilliant theory. This is how it starts. How it ends is a different question. That one seems potent, but I don't think this is going to work out anyway. I mean, the B has to be used on this one in the top right, because like it wouldn't help us to have a letter. I guess we could taw the letter in the middle.
Yeah.
But then it would be.
Unless you've got to lock this, the only way you're going to get rid of it.
Yeah, but like it won't help us. So if the other letter can help us, then we'll need that.
Oh yeah, we could write an O in the top right and then lock the middle.
Yeah.
And does that help us with the tlacks? I don't know. Yeah, we'd have to tlack something first to get the lock to work. Right, I forgot.
No, wait, no, okay, I got it. We're doing this crazy maneuver, and then we can lock. And then we can taw. Alright.
Oh, nice.
In the middle, I sort of felt like we were just doing crazy stuff. But then the solution was pretty cool, so fair enough. It's funny to me that we only needed 7, before getting over the train tracks, but to unlock the next world. And then they had 3 more puzzles, and then they were like, okay, here are the challenge puzzles. This one is exceptionally challenging.
Why is it exceptionally challenging?
What?
Oh, just because it's Goth Star.
Yeah. That's why I said that. presumably it's exceptionally challenging for some reason.
We got another interleaved sort of situation.
Yeah. However, if we put an X up here, then like all bets are off, you know?
Well, are they?
Well, you can now get from one to the other. Some bets are off.
Some bets are off. You're right.
Yeah.
Can you write bet in this board?
Some bets are off?
We'll try Belk. Or Bach, I should say. Not that it's a thing, just it'd be fun.
Oh. What about you? What about where's Balk?
It's not. I don't think. I'm sorry.
No. You can't get it?
I don't know.
Now that I've boosted your audio, I'm like, you need to get a better microphone. I'll buy you a better microphone. So I can get crisp,
I have a better microphone.
1080p John. Oh. You should.
But I don't use it.
You should use your better microphone?
But I have limited space on my desk.
Hold it in your hands.
I don't want to.
Get a bigger desk?
It won't fit.
Classic conundrum.
Also, it's not my desk, so I'd have to be like, Mr. Landlord, you need to put this desk somewhere else. And I'd be like, why? And I'd be like,
What if you got like a tall box next to your desk and you put the microphone on it?
Not really a good place
to
put a tall box next to my desk.
Right. I mean, there isn't space. You just said, what if you mounted the microphone on your monitor?
I don't have a mount for that, but I guess that could work.
Anyway, no, the solution of me buying you a microphone still works, because I would just buy you an extremely small microphone. You know? I'd buy you the sort of microphone I use. Which, for all its faults, quite small.
Like something you just clip on your computer or something?
No, it plugs into the computer headphone jack. And then the other side of it plugs into my headphones. And then in the middle, there's a little microphone doohickey coming off of it. Because for some reason, people allege to me that nobody actually makes a good all-in-one solution. Or at least it's wildly more expensive. So this is the blessed way to do it. You just buy both of the products separately and plug them into each other.
The thing is, my headphones already have a cord that plugs into the computer. So if I were to put another cord in between, then there would be like a bunch of cord between the mic and my earbuds. It would just be kind of a mess.
Wait, what? Does the cord come out of your headphones?
I don't have like...
Are they just wired?
It's not like a headset, it's like earbuds. So on one end is two earbuds with two different cords going into each cord going to each earbud, and the other end is the audio jack that plugs into the computer.
Right. Yeah.
So
And we might have to get you some headphones as well. Unless you don't like headphones.
It depends on the headphones, as I have ears that are both stick out a little bit, and they also are like kind of stiff and sensitive. So like putting over-ear headphones on for a long period of time makes my outside of my ear hurt.
Ah.
But if it's got a big enough cup that it doesn't press against my ear, then it's fine.
Okay. Well, I'll keep you posted. I was buying some new headphones myself, which would then become the headphones I would just buy for everybody. But they never arrived, so I need to like report like this package never arrived, and they'd go, "Are you sure?" And I'd go, "Yeah."
They'd be like, "Dang, that's crazy, bro."
Hmm.
And then they wouldn't send you one. No, they probably would.
I would respect.
Oh, that reminds me of my sister.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I would respect the like, I would respect it if they were like, "We're not going to send you a replacement. You take your life into your own hands." And I go, "Yeah, fair, fair."
Actually, the Porsche Pirate took my headphones into his own hands. I had nothing to do with it.
In this case, I don't believe I received an email that said they sent it to me, so it might have been a different sort of oversight.
No.
But it could be Porch Pirates. I guess. Like the tracking information seems to suggest it was sent.
My sister backed a Kickstarter to get me a gift of the thing that the Kickstarter was for.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a multi thing that's like a pen and a flashlight and whatever things you can replace.
Classic guy thing.
No. However, it never arrived.
Ah.
And that was like she bought the thing, I want to say like 2 years ago or something. And after a very long time, they finally shipped, and I received a package of accessories like extra pen tips with ink and like extra blades for the knife attachment and batteries, but I never got the actual thing.
Wow.
And I like told my sister like, "Hey, can you tell the Kickstarter people like that I never received the thing?" Because a number of people didn't get their things. He was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'll send it." And then that was like months ago, and no response. So sometimes you get wrecked. Yeah,
it's a good thing this isn't crucial life-saving technology.
Yeah,
you know.
It would be kind of cool though, but I'm fine with it.
Sometimes I do wonder, like, what am I supposed to do in this situation? Should I take them to small claims court in whatever state I live? Should I garnish their wages?
Hire a bounty hunter. Hire a bounty hunter.
Oh, yeah.
For 90% of the price of headphones. Back to new headphones.
That's true. And hey, if you get them, you can keep the headphones. It's just about the principle of the thing.
Buying you headphones.
True.
Kind of, but you still have to buy them. Oh, man.
So here's my current thought. Besides the fact that my current thought is always head empty, no thoughts. I'm thinking you just throw a bunch of X's around in there.
Huh. Could be.
No.
I was fishing around in my drawers to find my little accessories for the thing that I'll never have.
Nice.
There gotta be like 50 different replacement pen tips in here.
That's a lot.
Or more.
They were trying to make up for the fact that they're not giving you the real thing.
It's like, and they gave me like 10 razor blades, and batteries, They shipped from China. I think it was like a Chinese company.
Hmm.
And that's what happened.
This is the result of Trump's war on trade with China. It manifests as randomly disappearing packages.
I mean, this was before Trump got elected.
It goes backwards in time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I never knew trade was so complicated.
They got really... It's good. It's good. They got really efficient at shipping things.
So after Trump got elected, they shipped it so efficiently that it would have arrived in the past, except for it got lost because of the impact of the trade policies.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, what I was saying was the effect of Trump being elected travels backwards in time to when they shipped it initially because of the time coefficient of the freight industry. So if we tlack here, we're definitely going to need to taw. Last thing to get the X's. We might have to B. We might have to lock. A lot of these things seem to conflict.
I've been distracted.
Hmm.
I told my friend about my language learning app, and he tried to use it, and then it didn't work, and now I'm like, oh. I gotta debug.
I see. You, my friend, have just lost a customer for life.
It could be. Probably not. But somewhat related. I've gone from not talking to anyone named Alex on WhatsApp to talking to 2 different Alexes on WhatsApp in one day.
Wow.
I know.
Lucky guy. Maybe we don't tlack right now. Because if we B here, and then we X here, then we could get a lock. That would let us kill that U, get that B. X here, always a good move. Then we tlack. That gets us the other U's. Then we taw. This is how we win, utilizing the facts, the spiral pattern that comes out of the fact that we got that corner piece, thereby making some bets be off. I don't know. I kind of just looked at it for a while aimlessly until a solution occurred to me, which is magical in a way.
I sort of just did something else.
Was
solution came, and it worked out great.
I solved the puzzle by waiting until a solution came to my puzzle solving partner. Maybe I will try. If you're figuring out why your website doesn't work, maybe I will try to figure out why the stream resolution doesn't work.
Sorry.
No, don't worry about it.
I don't understand what's going on. It's like, why come it doesn't work? Nobody knows. Time to violate my customer's privacy by looking at his chat messages in the database.
Well, you could ask him. Although I think implicitly he's already agreed.
It's fine. Alright, so he said he was sending messages not as the system, but I'm seeing system messages like unto as though he had sent them as the system.
That'll get you. Well, while you're figuring that out, I might stop the game and stream for a little bit. Take care of some other stuff I was going to do. I'll stay on the call with you, though.
Okay. Honestly, I'd probably better go to bed soon anyway.
Makes sense. Makes sense.